rapper Papoose being in some sort of secret relationship while he's still married to Remy Ma. She put some stuff out on the internet. Give me
It ain't no thing, oh, I want him and he's married to you.
Don't look at me and say, oh, you just came and messed up this happy home. That relationship was already over, so that's their privacy, and they didn't do that. It's not that I'm a girl's girl, and it's not that I want him, and he's married to you. We all know that Renji was already out here with her little boy toy, or whatever his name was, and Frank just came out and said that they were in a relationship for years. She was out with this guy parading around, whatever, so everyone knew that she was already with this guy. It was a private situation, and from what I could see, Papoose was a good man. I wish I had a good man like Papo, and he now wants Papo. He moved in with his new girlfriend, so she got to play the hand she picked, and he waited for her like she was in jail recently. She claimed that it's natural. She doesn't, and I don't even enjoy discussing fights. And one of my favorite things is boxing. If the ring were my Sheila, I would like to know how much money it would cost for you too. Oh my God, you are what you truly are. Therefore, at this point, $1 has nothing to do with anything else. It's only that portion of that portion where it seems like you businesswomen don't understand why we do it. You should come to me like straw. Greetings, Barbad. You are too young to know about this. This comes after Remy Ma stunned everyone by disclosing Papoose's purported liaison with the champion. Social media presence of Claressa Shields. The entertainment industry was on fire, but just when it looked like things couldn't get any wilder, Kirk Fruss stepped in, ready to blow things up even more. Let me tell you, he didn't hold back. He brought receipts and wasn't going to let Remy get away with it. Kirk went all out to defend Papoose for remaining composed and handling the entire situation with grace, saying that Remy was out there playing games and making friends with other rappers while feigning to be innocent rather than avoiding contact. For those of you curious about how all of this transpired, let me take you back to last year, when the news of Remy and Papa's marriage broke. Kirk dives right into the drama, calling Remy toxic to her face and exposing her for attempting to pretend to be a victim when she wasn't. He made it clear that he wasn't going to let her get away with it.
It's not that. I'm a girl's girl, so when it comes to like that, that's not it. We all know that Remy was already out here having her little boy.
Everyone was stunned by Choice's potential collapse, but the mayhem didn't start there. A few months later, even more shocking rumors surfaced that Remy was allegedly in a polyamorous relationship with another rapper named Bad News. Despite all the drama surrounding him, Papoose handled it quietly, maintaining his dignity while the gossip swirled around him. The real fireworks started when Papoose finally decided to move on, and that's when Remy lost it. She wasn't about to let him live his life with a new woman and child without making sure the world knew her side. A few weeks later, rumors circulated that Remy was hanging out with an underground battle rapper named Easy the Block Captain, and the drama continued to escalate. She had gone viral on social media a few days prior, sharing pictures and documents purportedly proving Papoose's affair with boxing champion Claressa Shields. Remy went all out, spitting out private messages between Papoose and Clarissa, along with her own scathing remarks. She wasn't just hinting, she was putting it all out there. She even said that Papoose had been talking to Clarissa late at night while still living with her, which was the ultimate betrayal, and Remy made sure everyone knew it. Then she threw another bombshell, calling out Clarissa, the world champion boxer. Remy had always made people shudder with a glance, but this time she picked a fight with someone who wasn't backing down, and Clarissa threw back hard, dropping a response that was like a... People began to wonder how a woman with 2 boyfriends could be so upset about a man who only had 1 girlfriend. When this question was asked, chaos broke out on social media. The fight went viral and Clarissa refused to back down, leaving everyone watching as the drama played out. Remy wasn't finished yet. She was just warming up. She swiftly moved the drama from Instagram to Twitter, turning the heat up even more with her scathing remarks. She tweeted, "It's unbelievable that a 45-year-old woman is acting like this clown." She was obviously upset after calling Remy out, adding, "I'm not someone you can bully just because you're angry and bitter. You're just making yourself look foolish." Her behavior, including the false texts, is crazy. Remy, however, never backs down and immediately reprimands Clarissa for her age, saying, "I'm not 45 yet, but you're 29, and honey, you're not aging like fine wine." After closing, she continued, "Your boyfriend should buy you some flowers and gifts so that you can keep the shade coming," reminding everyone of what Clarissa had stated. "Remy, I don't even know what you're talking about. And I have to be honest, like, social media is not a real place. People do crazy stuff all the time, and you just kind of have to deal with it." And I guess with Papoose, he didn't even answer his phone because he was with his side piece. This time, the back and forth got so heated that their notifications were blowing up after months of silence. This battle was just getting started, and neither one was backing down anytime soon. You know you have a lot of followers, and in Statham, there is hate and all this kind of stuff. But the only thing I've noticed is that people are really intimidated by natural black women. So you're saying it's not true, but the truth is that the whole Remand Pap situation wasn't true, and I've been open in all of my relationships, man. All of them are made up because, let's be honest, I'm only 29, and how can I know about any of that? Just when we believed that things couldn't get any wilder, conjecture and the internet once again proved to be a fake place. Kirk Fruss jumped into the chaos, and let me tell you, he was prepared to say, "Set it off." He stormed in like a big brother on a mission to defend Papoose with all the energy of someone ready to protect his own. Kirk praised Papo for maintaining his composure and dignity, while Remy, he claimed, was out here playing games and getting close to other rappers behind the scenes. However, Kirk wasn't content to stop there. He also jumped right in, calling Remy toxic to her face and exposing her for attempting to play the innocent victim when, in fact, she was the one whose life. This hot mess, let me take you back to the beginning of it all. Last year, the world was shocked to learn that Remy and Papoose's perfect marriage was failing, but that was only the beginning. A few weeks later, there were shocking rumors that Remy was skulking around with an underground battle rapper named Easy the Block Captain. The worst part was that this guy was hanging out with Papoose. The shocking revelations about Remy's drama came out a few months later, and things only got worse from there. Meanwhile, rumors that Remy was involved in a polyamorous relationship with another rapper were circulating. However, despite everyone dragging his name through the mud, Papoose remained composed and handled everything with dignity. He didn't cast any shade or reveal any secrets while all of this turmoil was going on. Remy lost it a few days before she set social media on fire, claiming to have screenshots and receipts proving Papoose was having an affair with boxing champion Clarissa Shields. The real chaos began when Papoose made the decision to move on and begin living his life with a new woman by his side. Remy didn't keep anything back. She even revealed how Plus reportedly landed. She wasn't just teasing, she went all out, exposing private communications between Papoose and Clarissa, along with her own hot commentary. Still residing under Clarissa's roof, I was dozing off and conversing with her, but the shade didn't end there. As everyone knows, Remy has always had that boss energy and can make people uneasy with just a glance. This time, however, she picked the fight with someone who wasn't backing down and soon found herself in a heated exchange with someone who wasn't afraid to stand their ground. The tension was high and the drama only got more intense from there. Remy also called out Clarissa, saying, "This girl is supposed to be a world champion boxer, but baby, she hung up on me." As a fighter by profession, Clarissa Shields wasn't going to back down because the fallout from this drama was more significant than anybody had anticipated, and she wasn't going to tolerate Remy's remarks. Clarissa retaliated forcefully with blows, with expert precision, and it was a knockout. Social media went crazy, with everyone wondering how a woman with two boyfriends could be so angry with a man who only had one girlfriend. However, Clarissa wasn't finished yet. She swiftly transferred the feud from Instagram to Twitter, intensifying the drama and keeping more people glued to their screens as she posted some serious jokes. "I can't believe this 45-year-old woman is acting like a clown. This is crazy."
Of, who you're dating, your personal life, beef with rappers and all.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
So I have to be honest, like, social.
Stop making yourself look silly by sending phony messages. You can't bully me just because you're upset and resentful. Remy wasn't going to take that line down, so she retaliated by pointing out how young Clarissa was. I'm not 45 yet, honey, but you're 29 and not aging like fine wine. She continued by telling your partner to get you gifts and flowers. He didn't even answer your phone. After months of silence, Remy added, everything exploded once more this time. The song that best captures our relationship is one that Papoose had finally had enough of. He broke his silence in a big way, taking to social media and dropping truth bombs that left everyone stunned. Papoose had been quiet working on his projects for the past week, but now that the drama was back, everyone's notifications were going off, and this battle was far from over. Refrain from calling Remy a narcissist and claiming that she repeatedly cheated and that now that I'm over it, she's acting like the victim. I've repeatedly requested a divorce, but she's out there trying to gain influence on social media rather than dealing with things like an adult. He didn't stop there. Papoose remarked, I told you that Remy and I were done. She's playing with a child, not an adult. This youngster is working for Remy, who is around 45, and he's attempting to get into rap. He went on to. He concluded by stating, and now she's got a man who looks just like her little head, big hat. We were supposed to build something together, but she ended up sleeping, he said. Let me add that this could have set us back 400 years because men don't do right by us. I don't understand. I honestly don't. Papa's remarks were powerful, but Kirk Fruss' observation of the double criteria throughout the entire scenario, the hypocrisy is insane. But the drama wasn't over because Lil Scrappy jumped in to share his thoughts. When Scrappy speaks, you can tell he's not holding back. And a few months before our battle hit me, and he's already trying to play victim. Why does Remy get a pass just because she's a woman? He asked if a guy did half of what she's been accused of on social media. Umcore. But the _umcore being new, he knew 2 years ago. I'm going to lie, don't let anyone know, and I'm going to explain how he knew. So, you mean how he knew is that he put a recording device in Remy's car, and the way he knew was that he was butting her in the car. That's how the underclass knew that NS was a weirdo. You couldn't really hear me on the other side, but you could hear her talking. To me, which is how he found out, and I have all the evidence, so as soon as he says, I'm just keeping $1 here, you know what I'm saying, I'll show you all the evidence. Seeing Papoose and Remy's relationship fall apart is painful, but let's face it, at this point, it's obvious that a divorce must occur sooner rather than later. Remy bears the majority of the blame, while Papoose has handled everything with quiet dignity. Remy has been acting out on social media, sharing their private problems because she couldn't stand seeing him happy with someone else. World champion Clarissa Shields is aware that both are necessary for a happy marriage. Partners should be totally committed, but this situation has obviously gone too far for anything to be salvaged. Fans are speaking out, and some are criticizing Remy for harboring resentment and refusing to let Papoose move on from everything she did to him. Papoose made a bad move by dating someone else, but who can blame him? After all the drama that has been revealed, it may have fallen apart, shocking everyone, but that was only the start of the chaos. Weeks the issue continued to escalate after it was later reported that Remy was hanging out with an underground battle rapper called Easy the Block Captain. Even more shocking rumors surfaced a few months later. Remy was allegedly involved in a polyamorous relationship with another rapper known as Bad News. Papoose, on the other hand, handled the situation discreetly, maintaining his dignity while focusing on his life. When Papoose finally made the decision to move on, Remy lost it. She wasn't going to let him live his life with a new wife and child without making sure everyone understood her side of the story. That's when the real pyrotechnics started. She had been active on social media a few days prior, sharing screenshots and receipts that purportedly demonstrated Papoose's was having an affair with Clarissa Shields, a boxing champion. Remy went all out, revealing private messages between Papoose and Clarissa, along with her own scathing remarks. She wasn't merely hinting, she was putting everything on display. She even suggested that Papoose had been talking to Clarissa late at night while still living with her, which was the ultimate betrayal, and Remy made sure everyone knew it. Then she threw another shit in Clarissa's direction, calling out the world champion boxer. Remy had always made people shudder with a glance, but this time she picked a quarrel with someone who wasn't backing down. Clarissa hit back hard, severing their tie and becoming a symbol of real love, demonstrating that love endures even in the most trying circumstances. While most people imagine proposals on a beach or at a fancy restaurant, Papoose proposed to Remy while she was still incarcerated. It was one of those moments that fans will never forget. Even though there was no grand setting, his love for her was evident. 2 years after Remy's release in 2014, it felt like they had the perfect love story. Papoose was more than just her partner, he was her rock. After all the years of hardship, Remy and Papoose's 2016 wedding felt like a major accomplishment to everyone who had followed their journey. It wasn't simply a wedding, though. Even when Remy's career took off after release from prison, Papoose didn't let it bother him. Instead, he supported her, calling her his queen, and celebrated each success as if it were their first. That's what true love looks like, being there for each other through thick and thin. However, rumors of betrayal are now threatening their once solid relationship. Relationships simpled the block after seeing Remy and Papoose together at an Eagles game. Fans began piecing together the story around Captain, a battle rapper connected to both of them. Their body language got people talking, and soon the allegations were spreading like wildfire. Talking about private moments and dinner dates only made matters worse, igniting a flurry of rumors. However, when news of a tape began to circulate, the internet went crazy. The rumors were startling, but what transpired next was even more bizarre at Remy Ma's Chrome 23 event, which was meant to be all about. Fans who thought they knew Papoose were shocked to see this side of him. Months of rumors and whispers about betrayal had obviously worn him down, and this moment was the last straw. When the altercation went public, social media exploded with videos and accounts from people who witnessed it, and fans couldn't stop analyzing every detail and turning what was supposed to be a celebration of Remy's Chrome 23 brand. He just went straight to confront them, and soon punches were thrown, people were knocked unconscious in the mess, and security had to intervene. Become a full-fledged scandal, Remy, who was caught in the middle, was obviously distressed as she attempted to handle the fallout and console Papoose, but it was too late. The damage had already been done, and what had once been seen as the ideal relationship was now under intense scrutiny. What began as a typical night for the culture rapidly descended into total mayhem at the Chrome 23 event honoring combat rap. According to reports, Papoose found Remy and the block captain sharing a private rendezvous backstage, and that was the tipping point. Witnesses claimed that everything descended into chaos, leaving everyone stunned and unsure of what would come next. Papoose wasted no time in confronting Easy, and things soon became physical. Security intervened to stop the attacks, but the damage had already been done, and some attendees were unaware of what had transpired at first. After months of suspicions about betrayal, social media went crazy with videos and first-person stories of the brawl, shocking followers who knew Papoose as the cool-headed guy. Couldn't stop watching every new update. Remy, who was obviously upset, was attempting to control the chaos as what was supposed to be a significant night for her Chrome 23 brand swiftly descended into a full-blown scandal. Fans were discussing every detail in real time, but it was obvious that things had already gotten out of control and that everyone was wondering what would happen to the couple, who had once been viewed as the epitome of devotion and love. Kirk Fruss intervened, pointing out how Remy Everyone involved is suffering greatly as a result of this entire mess, which involves attempting to play the innocent victim after reportedly having an affair with the battle rapper. Remy's behavior demonstrates exactly how some ex-partners respond when they witness their ex-partner developing and finding happiness. It seems as though they simply cannot bear to watch their ex go on to more exciting and fulfilling things. There's a lot of talk on the streets about how the media is unfairly accusing Remy of adultery when she was indeed. The reality here is louder than the drama unfolding in front of everyone, and Remy's decision to share their personal problems on social media rather than deal with them privately just serves to highlight how toxic relationships can become when pride and ego take over. The same thing is evident when you look at everything that is happening, and it is hurting everyone involved. Demonstrates the extent to which their once perfect relationship has broken down. What should have remained private has now become a full-fledged public spectacle, with fans and celebrities taking sides and voicing their thoughts. Papoose appears to be making an effort to move on, but Remy's behaviors indicate that she is still holding on, and it's becoming evident that sometimes letting go is the best thing you can do for yourself. The way the public has responded to Remy's behavior demonstrates how much has changed when it comes to managing a situation that is obviously out of control. I have a feeling that this drama is far from over. We'll be here to spill every last bit of tea, and given the way things are going, this could easily turn into the biggest celebrity drama of the year, and we're watching every second of it. Remy's approach to all of this is the ideal example of what not to do when a relationship ends. As for relationship accountability, that's the hot topic today, so keep your notifications on.